I know you are tired, not the kind of tired that sleep fixes, the kind that sits behind your eyes when you wake up, the kind that is already waiting for you before your feet hit the floor. Your mind is running before you are even conscious. The list, the fear, the what-ifs, the things you cannot control but cannot stop thinking about. You are anxious, and you have been anxious for so long that you do not even remember what it feels like to not be. I am not going to tell you to calm down. People have been telling you that your whole life, and it has never once worked. I am not going to give you 5 steps to manage your anxiety. I am not going to tell you it is all in your head, because it is in your chest too, and your stomach, and your hands. You feel it everywhere. I just want to sit with you for a while. And I want to talk about something that might sound strange at first, especially if you are not sure you believe in God, especially if the word God feels like it belongs to other people, people who have it figured out, people who do not lie awake at 2 a.m. with their heart pounding over nothing and everything at the same time. Stay with me. You do not have to believe anything yet. You just have to be honest. And you are already honest. The fact that you are here tells me that. Let me ask you something. What are you actually afraid of? Not the surface answer. Not, I am stressed about work, or I am worried about money. Go deeper. What is underneath all of it? I think, and you can tell me if I am wrong, I think what you are really afraid of is that you are alone in this, that there is no safety net, that if you stop holding everything together, it all collapses, that the future is a dark room and you are walking into it blind and nobody is coming to turn on the light. That is the real terror. Not any single problem, but the feeling that you are the only one standing between yourself and disaster, that everything depends on you, that if you let go, even for a moment, something terrible will happen. And so you grip, you plan, you rehearse conversations, you run worst-case scenarios at 3 a.m. like your brain is a courtroom and you are both the prosecutor and the defendant. You try to think your way to safety, but you never get there, because anxiety is not a problem to be solved. It is a weight to be carried, and you were never meant to carry it alone. Jesus said something that I want you to really hear, not as a religious quote, not as something embroidered on a pillow, as words spoken directly to a person who was exhausted from carrying too much. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, and learn of me. For I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light. A yoke. Do you know what that is? It is a wooden beam that goes across the shoulders of 2 oxen so they can pull together. Not 1, 2. And here is what most people miss about this. Jesus did not say, "Give me your burden and go sit down." He said, "Take my yoke upon you." A yoke is shared weight. It means you are still walking. You are still moving forward. But you are not pulling alone anymore. That is what people mean when they say, "Let God take the steering wheel." And I know that phrase sounds like a bumper sticker. I know it sounds like something people say when they do not know what else to say. So let me tell you what it actually means. It does not mean you become passive. It does not mean you stop making decisions, stop working, stop thinking. It means you stop believing that your grip on the wheel is the only thing keeping the car on the road. It means you stop white-knuckling your way through every single day as if the entire universe depends on you not letting go. Because it does not. But maybe you are hearing this and thinking, how can I hand control to someone I cannot see? How can I trust a God I am not even sure exists? And if he does exist, why would he care about my anxiety? He has got wars and plagues and 7 billion other people. Those are honest questions. And I am not going to wave them away. Let me tell you what a relationship with God is. Not religion, a relationship. Because those are two very different things. Religion is a system, rules, rituals, buildings, schedules. You can do religion without ever feeling anything. You can go through every motion and walk out the same person you walked in. A relationship is different. A relationship is when someone knows your name. When someone sees you, not the version of you that shows up for other people, but the real one. The one who cannot sleep. The one who is afraid. The one who feels like a fraud half the time and a failure the other half. A relationship with God is when you stop performing and start talking. Not fancy prayers, not religious language, just honesty, raw, ugly, desperate honesty. I am scared. I do not know if you are there, but I am tired of doing this alone. And then something happens. Not always a voice, not usually a sign, but a quieting, a stillness that was not there before, a sense, faint at first, like a halo you are not sure you are seeing, that you are not alone. That is what a relationship with God does to you. It does not remove your problems. It removes your isolation. Now let me speak directly to the anxiety, because Jesus did not just vaguely encourage people to feel better. He looked at anxious people and said something very specific. Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than meat, and the body than raiment? Behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? Which of you by taking thought can add 1 cubit unto his stature? Take no thought. That does not mean do not think. The original word means do not be divided in your mind. Do not be pulled apart by worry. Do not let anxiety split you into the person who is here and the person who is already living in tomorrow's disaster. And then he asks the most devastating question an anxious person can hear. Which of you by taking thought can add 1 cubit unto his stature? In other words, has your worry ever actually changed an outcome? Has lying awake at 3 a.m. ever made tomorrow better? Has rehearsing the worst case ever prevented it from happening? You know the answer. Anxiety promises you that if you think hard enough, long enough, you can control what happens next. But you cannot. You never could. And the exhaustion you feel is the cost of believing that lie. And then Jesus finishes the thought with this. Take therefore no thought for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. Sufficient unto the day. Today has enough. You do not need to borrow tomorrow's trouble and carry it today. Tomorrow will bring its own weight, and when it does, you will face it then. Not now. Now, you only need to carry now. But how? How do you stop a mind that will not be still? Paul, a man who was shipwrecked, beaten, imprisoned, left for dead, a man who had every reason to be anxious, wrote this from a prison cell. Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God. And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. Be careful for nothing. That word, careful, in the Old English means full of care, full of anxiety, full of worry. Be anxious about nothing, not some things, nothing, and then the exchange. Instead of anxiety, prayer. Instead of gripping, asking. Instead of rehearsing the worst case, telling God what you need. and thanking Him before you see the answer. And what comes back? Peace that passes understanding. Not peace that makes sense. Not peace because your circumstances change. Peace that defies logic. Peace in the middle of the storm. Peace that your mind cannot explain, but your soul can feel. That is the peace that comes from relationship, not from solving the problem, but from being held by someone bigger than the problem. I know what you might be thinking right now. This sounds beautiful, but I do not know how to get there. I have never prayed. I do not know the words. I do not know if anyone is listening. Here is the thing. You do not need the right words. You need honesty. That is all prayer is, talking to God like He is in the room, because He is. And Peter, a man who was anxious enough to sink in open water, he wrote this: casting all your care upon Him, for He careth for you. Casting. That word is violent. It is not gently placing. It is not setting down politely. It is throwing. It is the motion of someone who cannot hold it anymore, who hurls the weight off their shoulders because they are breaking under it. That is what you are allowed to do. You are allowed to throw your anxiety at God. All of it. The embarrassing fears, the irrational ones, the ones you have never told anyone, the fear of failure, the fear of being found out, the fear that you are not enough and never will be. Throw it. He can hold it. He is not fragile. He is not going to drop it. And He is not going to judge you for how heavy it is. But there is a harder part. And I would not be honest with you if I did not say it. Letting go requires trust. And trust requires relationship. And relationship requires time. And if you are starting from nothing, if you have never believed, or you used to believe and walked away, or you believe in something but you are not sure what, then all of this feels like being told to jump and hoping there is a net you cannot see. I understand, so let me offer you this. Be still and know that I am God. Be still. That is the hardest command in the entire Bible for someone with anxiety. Your brain does not do still. Your body does not do still. Every fiber of you is wired for motion, for planning, for flight. But God does not say, figure it out. He does not say, understand me. He says, be still and know. Not believe, know. There is a difference. Believing is intellectual. Knowing is experiential. He is saying, stop long enough to feel what is already there. You do not have to solve God before you experience Him. You do not have to have theology figured out before you can be held. A child does not understand how a parent works. They just climb into the arms and rest. That is what is being offered to you right now. And what about your role? If God takes the wheel, what do you do? Just sit there? No. Your role is to trust, and trust is not passive. Trust is the hardest, most active thing a human being can do. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct thy paths. Lean not unto thine own understanding. That is what anxiety is. Leaning on your own understanding. Trying to see 3 moves ahead. Trying to anticipate every disaster so you are never surprised. Trying to be your own God. Your role is not to stop walking. It is to stop walking as if the map is yours to read. Acknowledge Him in all thy ways, not some of your ways, not just the spiritual moments, the 3 a.m. panic, the Tuesday afternoon dread, the knot in your stomach before the phone rings. Bring Him into all of it, and He shall direct thy paths. Not explain them, direct them. You might not see where you are going, but you will be going somewhere, and it will not be in circles. Now, and this is important, I want to talk about the rock, Because anxiety feels like standing on sand. Everything is shifting. Nothing is stable. The ground itself feels unreliable. Jesus told a story about this. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine, and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house. And it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. Notice what he did not say. He did not say the storms would not come. The rain descended. The floods came. The winds blew and beat upon that house. The house on the rock got hit by the same storm as the house on the sand. The difference was not the storm. The difference was the foundation. Your anxiety is the storm, and it may not stop. Some of you will struggle with anxious thoughts for the rest of your lives. I am not going to lie to you and say a prayer will make it vanish. But the question is not whether the storm comes. It is what you are standing on when it does. The rock is not your ability to figure it out. The rock is not your plan. The rock is not your grip. The rock is a relationship with someone who does not move when everything else does. And God speaks to this directly. Listen to what he says in Isaiah, not as a theological statement, but as a person speaking to a person. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Count the I will statements. I will strengthen thee. I will help thee. I will uphold thee. 3 promises. Not maybe. Not if you deserve it. Not if you believe hard enough. I will. And then that last phrase, with the right hand of my righteousness. The right hand is the hand of power, the hand of authority. He is not offering you a gentle pat on the back. He is offering you the strongest hand in the universe. And he is saying it is already reaching for you. You do not have to climb to him. You do not have to be strong enough. You do not have to have your theology straight. You just have to be willing to be held. And for those of you who feel like you are too far gone, like you have been running from God so long that you have worn out your welcome, listen to what he told Jeremiah to tell the people who had been in exile for decades. For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Then shall ye call upon me, and ye shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you. And ye shall seek me and find me, when ye shall search for me with all your heart. Thoughts of peace, not thoughts of punishment, not thoughts of I told you so. Peace. He has been thinking peacefully about you this entire time you have been anxious. While you were pacing the floor, he was thinking peace over you. While you were spiraling, he was thinking peace. And then the promise, ye shall seek me and find me, when ye shall search for me with all your heart. He is findable. He is not hiding. He is not playing games. He is not behind a locked door that only the religious people have the key to. If you search for him with all your heart, with honesty, with desperation, with that 3 a.m. rawness, you will find him. That is the invitation. Not to a religion, not to a building, not to a system, to a relationship, to knowing someone who knows you, to being held by someone who does not let go. So what does all of this mean for you right now, tonight? It means you have a choice. Not a one-time choice, a daily one, an hourly one some days. The choice is not between anxiety and peace. You do not get to flip a switch. The choice is between carrying it alone and carrying it with someone. The yoke is on the table. It is built for 2. You have been dragging your half through the mud for years, exhausted, stumbling, wondering why the load never gets lighter, and there is someone standing beside you who has been waiting patiently, without pressure, without judgment, for you to look up and say, I cannot do this alone anymore. That is not weakness. That is the beginning of everything. Let me pray with you. And if you have never prayed before, that is okay. You do not have to close your eyes. You do not have to fold your hands. You just have to be here. That is enough. God, I am bringing someone to you right now who is tired. Not tired of life. Tired of being afraid. Tired of the racing thoughts and the tightness in their chest and the feeling that everything is about to fall apart. They do not have the right words. Neither do I. But you do not need our words. You need our honesty. And here it is. We are anxious. We are afraid. We have been carrying this alone and we are breaking under it. Some of us are not even sure you are there. And that is okay. We are talking anyway. Because we have tried everything else and nothing has worked. We have tried thinking our way out, planning our way out, controlling our way out. And we are still here at 2 a.m. with the same fear we had yesterday. So we are going to try something different. We are going to be still, just for a moment. Not because we understand, but because we are tired of running. If you are real, and something in us hopes you are, hold us, not later, now. Strengthen us, help us, uphold us with your right hand, the way you promised. Teach us what it means to take your yoke. Teach us what it means to trust. Not all at once, just today, just this moment. We will deal with tomorrow when it comes. We cast our care on you, all of it. The embarrassing parts, the irrational parts, the parts we have never said out loud. Take it. We cannot hold it anymore. And if this is the beginning of a relationship with you, then let it begin here. Not with perfection, not with certainty, just with honesty. We are here. We are willing. That is all we have. In Jesus' name, amen. You are going to wake up tomorrow and the anxiety will probably still be there. That is the truth, and I will not pretend otherwise. But something else will be there too. A whisper, a stillness that was not there before. A faint sense, like a halo you are not sure you are seeing, that you are not as alone as you thought. Pay attention to that. It is small, it is quiet, but it is real. And when the anxiety comes roaring back, and it will, you have a place to throw it now. You have a yoke that is built for two. You have a rock that does not move. You have a hand reaching for you that is stronger than anything you are afraid of. You do not have to figure it all out tonight. You just have to be still and know He is with you. He has always been with you, and He is not going anywhere.